think it really depends on the existing systems that you've got in place and how AI is being used to complement those. I think just assuming that AI is going to be the warts and all problem solver for businesses within the sector is not necessarily the right way to go. But if you look at how people are maybe overarching AI with existing tech stacks, it's increasing, speed of verification, particularly for end customers, and that in turn is enabling customers to, or providers of services to get their customers to market quicker, basically. So that's the big one for me, that optimization and speed of delivery is where it's really started to help. I think, it comes into this build or buy question that I talk about quite a lot. So when you've got platforms that have built more heavily in-house, they're maybe a little bit limited or prohibited by how they partner externally. I think those platforms that have decided to buy in certain technologies or elements of their stack and they have services managed externally, they then need to make sure that they're keeping a close eye on third-party providers that are servicing their end customers. So by partnering up with a RegTech provider, they're keeping their wider ecosystem in check as well as keeping their own stable in order as well. I'm reticent to talk about AI again, but obviously AI is a massive focus just globally, and it's not just in this sector, it's in every sector. I think what is particularly interesting is how we control AI, right? When you look in the regulatory landscape, how do we make sure it's kept in check and it's not causing more problems than end benefits, essentially? And I think there is a little bit of a risk that it's the Wild West as far as AI is concerned at the moment, and we're not keeping it in check enough. And recent news suggests that it's being used to the advantage of bad operators in the market as well. We need to pivot that and start using it for our own benefit to probably fight back on some of the weaknesses that exist in terms of hackers and exposures within wider ecosystems that we're seeing in the market as well. Well, regulating AI, again, I don't want to talk about it once more, but there's no regulation really within that ecosystem at the moment, not policed heavily enough. So if there are businesses that have deployed it, are they using it in the right way? Are we keeping them in check, making sure customer data is protected more? I think that's something we've seen a continual trend on, moving away from AI. Like the businesses that are hosting huge amounts of customer data, are they doing enough when they're being attacked by bad operators to ensure that our data as end users is not being leaked into the market? I mean, from my point of view, from a Worldpay standpoint, a lot of our stuff is hosted, so we look after the finer payment details. When you look at GDPR and businesses that still hold personal details, address details, email credentials, stuff that can be used to cause significant problems to end customers if that gets into the open market, are we doing enough to police how businesses are actually looking after data within their own platforms? I think it's a brilliant event. I mean, the collaboration today has been superb, seeing competitors in essence in some ways talking to each other, collaborating, talking about the challenges that they face. I think we need to do more of that in most industries, to be honest with you. I mean, knowing where your frenemies, as I would call them, similar operators in the market, where they've seen challenges, where they've solved problems, it's only going to aid us all if we collaborate and actually talk about those experiences more and make sure that we're all working from the same hymn sheet, basically, to make sure from a regulatory point of view we're in a better place than we've been before.